So in this one, we're going to combine the windows that we created with ArchiPack into one object and the ones created with ArchiMesh into a separate object. We'll also combine the doors into one object. So let's get started. So to begin this one, what I'm going to do is maybe come over and switch off the visibility of the ground floor windows, and I'm just going to zoom in here. So this door is made up of 3 objects. So if I just press Z, come into wireframe. So we have a frame, we have a handle, and the internal part of the door, if I can select it. Okay, this guy down here, this one here. So we need to combine them, but first we need to enable the modifier that's on the handle. So with that, I'm going to hit the apply button on these. I'm just going to press 1 and just zoom into these very quickly. Okay, and select each one and just enable that modifier. Okay, and finally this guy here. Okay, so that wouldn't be too bad. Next thing, I want to maybe select the handle first. Zoom in and select this timber. Shift select the frame and press Ctrl J. Okay, and do that for each one of these. Now, as you can see, the floors are kind of getting in the way there a small bit, but I'm just going to have to try and manage. Select the handle, shift select this, and shift select the frame. Ctrl J, join them. So just do that for all of these. So just repeat the process. And just make sure if you do come across one that has a modifier, make sure you enable it. Okay, so now you can just check that they all are individual objects. It's going to come back to solid, and I'm going to select each door. Shift select each door, I should say. You can just press Z, bring up wireframe, make sure all the handles are selected. That's one way to tell. Okay, so this one here has not been done. So I need to select the handle, zoom in here, select the frame, and select the door, and shift select the frame. So Ctrl J. So if I come back to solid, I can select all of these now. Just again press Z, bring up wireframe, double check that they're all selected. Okay, I'm going to come back to solid, press Ctrl J to join them. Okay, and now they're one object. The next thing to do is come over, switch on the ground floor windows, and I'm going to hide the ground floor doors. So something similar. Each one of these windows has a handle, so I'm going to select each one and apply the modifier first. Okay, and when that's done, then I'm just going to do something similar. Again, we have 3 parts to this. We have the handle, we have the internal frame, and then we have the external frame. So I'm going to press Z, bring up wireframe, zoom in here, and shift select the frame, and then shift select the outer frame, and Ctrl J. And I'm going to do that for all of these. So select the next one, and shift select the frame, and Ctrl J. Okay, select the handle, Ctrl Z. So for some reason, if you select them in a different order, some of the transformations get applied and can cause issues. So the handle first, then the internal frame, and then the external frame is always the best way. handle, internal frame and external frame, and Control J. So with that done, I'm going to press Z, come back to solid, just check that the glass is still in all of them. So if I shift select all of these, I can press Z, bring up wireframe, and just check that all the handles are selected on those. Okay, when I'm happy, I'm going to come back to solid, press Control J, and just join them. Now the other thing I want to do is combine these windows. These are a little bit more straightforward. There are no modifiers on them, so I'm just going to shift select all three, press Control J, and I'm going to leave these as separate objects from these windows. And because we've created them from different add-ons, I'm just going to keep them as separate objects. That's the windows done, but otherwise that's going to do it for this one.